Okay, good evening. Welcome to the October 1st, 2019 meeting of the Growth Planning Committee. And happy October. We'll start off with the introduction of members.
Warner Gilliam.
Mike Corsi.
James McMahon?
Dan Saunders.
Barbara Barwise.
Jim Fitzgerald.
Okay, and we don't have any guests tonight except for you out in TV land. So we'll start off with our agenda, approval of minutes from September 17th, 2019.
Make a motion to approve?
Second.
Any discussion on the minutes? Hearing none, I'll call for a vote. All in favor? It's unanimous. Thank you very much, Barbara.
You're welcome.
All right, second on the item is comments from guests, received mail, news from other committees or boards.
Nothing to report from other boards or committees or the public.
Very good. So that brings us to agenda item number 3. Review updated comp plan schedule.
Okay. All right, so I've passed out to you what I received from our consultants on the comp plan schedule. So this is, this isn't updated based on our, based on our last meeting.
Yep.
And so, just wanted, I think, I've looked this over, I think it's consistent with what we, what we talked about, at our meeting. We don't have necessarily specific dates on some of these items just yet, in there. But, one of the things that was brought up and, that, I do wanna talk about was that, and Tom mentioned this during the meeting, and I think, some of us, myself included, I don't know if I just didn't pay attention to it, to the point, but indicated that they had a conflict for our typical meeting date, and that being the first and third Tuesdays of the month. So, he said it, and,
Yeah, he did say it, and I thought he was kidding.
right.
Because he did say it with a smile, but
So
that's
he
fine.
made, yeah,
Is
so.
it 1 month or every month?
every month.
Oh, I thought it was just the 1
Yeah.
month. Oh,
Yeah.
So he made a request, of me asking, and I said I'll bring it to the committee tonight on whether or not, if there was an objection to, just switching it to second and fourth, Tuesdays of the month, if that presented any particular issues or conflicts.
Yeah, I won't be able to do it,
Okay,
but I'll get Dave to do it.
okay, so I'll have to talk to Dave about, videoing it,
Yeah.
so. I didn't see any conflicts on the meeting
Yeah.
schedule.
On the calendar?
On the calendar
Good.
itself, so,
Okay.
that's always the, that's one of the big concerns, that we don't want to conflict with any, with any other committees or groups that would be meeting here.
so first and third, he can't meet. You want second and fourth?
Second and fourth.
That's what he threw out as an option.
Second and fourth. But he can meet on the third? Or he can't do that?
No, he can't do the first and third.
Can't do the
So
first.
Of
and
any
third.
Second and fourth?
Yeah.
That's the only 2 nights of every month that they can't do.
That's right. Yes.
So really, any other night should be.
That's
available.
right, and that was, and I
So
called,
when he said that, honestly, I really thought he was just,
Yeah.
I thought he was joking too.
just joking.
Yeah. Yeah.
right.
But
I
that's
think,
okay.
I assumed he was saying that, of course, because I'll be here,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
he
Anyways,
didn't actually say that.
Well, that was kind of, yeah, that makes sense. I probably thought the same thing.
Right. So,
yeah, we can, I don't think that is an issue. My schedule's as it is.
yeah,
Sometimes I can't control it anyway, so.
Yeah.
yeah,
So whether it's first or third or second or fourth, they're,
Exactly.
right, yeah. So that would, instead put us at the, so.
Oh, that would be nice on the 24th of December. We could have Christmas Eve right here.
yeah, we'll probably postpone that.
Yeah, we'll probably, I think we'll probably skip
Just
that
guessing.
Just checking. Just checking.
Want to do it at Pedro's down the street?
Yeah. Of course, I do, the fourth Tuesday of this month, I will be traveling, so.
one. Okay. Yeah, so that would mean that we would, we would have our next meeting on the 22nd of October instead of the 15th of October. And then, yeah, and so that's what we would then endeavor to stick with then throughout. our tenure with Tom and Elizabeth.
Okay.
22.
Will you change the calendar, or you want me
Yeah.
to send something? Okay.
Yeah, I can, yeah, if everybody's okay with that, then I can,
Is that okay with
you
you?
know, I
Jim?
can send it.
Yeah,
I think so. I didn't bring my stuff with me. so.
Okay, all right.
You're lucky I'm here.
Yeah,
So that
you
fourth
sure you
Tuesday, I
are?
won't be here, though.
Okay,
For this-
all right.
For October.
Got it.
That is, 1 week I'm traveling this month.
Okay, no Dan.
That works out good for November anyways, at least the first Tuesday.
yes, it
'cause we-
does, because,
Or the second Tuesday, because we were,
yeah, the
first
first,
was the election, right?
yeah,
That's right, yeah, Barbara, yeah, you did send me a note about
Yes, I did.
there being a conflict with
Yeah.
the 8th, and so that should work that out. So, okay. And then the other item is that the potential dates for the Climate 101 session, that we discussed were November 7th, 11th, 12th, 14th, or 21st.
11th is Veterans Day, isn't it?
7, 11, 12? And something
Yep,
else?
yeah, 7, 11, 12,
Well, but-
14, or 21.
Well, 12 is our meeting.
12 would be our meeting.
12 would be our meeting,
So
yep.
why don't we shoot for 12?
Yep, shoot for 12. Yep. Okay, so I'll reach out to them and tell them the 12th is our preference for that date.
We already got the room available, too.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right, yep. So, yeah, so that would work out well for that. And so, so we have a separate drive, Google Drive set up for just the document sharing. So I've started dumping in some of the different studies that we have. So like the housing report, the short-term rental reports, those types of other documents will be all going into that. So are you all as a committee interested in having access to that so you can see that information as well?
absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I'll send that link along to everyone. Okay, and in that way, as you look at what's there, if you see anything else that you think, or if anything else comes to mind that you think that I should be putting in there, just let me know, and I'll dig it up and we'll add it in there. So, yeah, right now, so far I have the housing study report, the short-term rental piece, and our comp plan survey results. So I'm probably gonna just throw all the data in there as well, to go along with, besides just the conclusion report. But,
Sure. Oh, yeah, let them, if they want to analyze it,
Right, yep,
see if they come up with a different conclusions than we did.
yep, yeah. So, like I said, if there's anything else that you think we should be putting in there for them to look at or to consider.
The responses to the strategies
Yep,
have,
that's right, yep, the department responses, yep.
those probably should go in there. Anything on the village parcel, or is that still too early yet?
Still too early for that piece of it, but yeah, that final report will go in there as well.
Maybe put the old community survey too, which was sort of the basis,
Mm-hmm,
for the existing comp plan.
yep. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so as you take a look at that and just give that some thought, if there's anything that, that you can think of that we've worked on, over the past couple of years, that should go in there. then I'll make sure to put that in as additional information. Because we may have some things that aren't necessarily in the comp plan, but, but that we worked on.
Anything from the charrette that we did?
Yeah, yep, we can do the housing charrette. Yep. Okay. Okay, all right.
What was their intent to, because one thing we didn't really work out last time was to meet with us on a once-a-month basis? Or was it to come every,
So they're prepared to come to all the meetings.
Okay,
You
good
know, and so I think, as we kind of get a flow figured out, I don't know that we'll necessarily need every,
yeah,
both meetings every month, but,
Right,
I
start.
think we'll kind of play that by ear. We'll have that on the schedule, for right now. But as we get moving along, I'm thinking that we'll probably be able to consolidate some stuff into,
Yeah.
into less meetings. So,
very good.
but, okay. All right.
So tabling. So when we finalize this, can this be something that we throw out?
Yes, yeah,
everyone to-
this calendar here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think what we'll, I'd like to have this, as it'll be a working calendar.
Sure.
It won't, we'll get rid of draft on there. But as we solidify some of the specifics and the dates, we'll put in actual days in there.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, so just from looking at, some of the tasks that we have here, I'd like to keep both of the October meetings to deal with the outreach and branding information, website design, so that we can, look at that and go over that. So I'd like to keep both of those on the table right now.
Yep. Plus, we have to do some type of, at least notice on the talk that Dr. Wake's gonna give.
Yes.
So that there's.
Yeah. Yeah,
People
so
are-
as soon as I get that confirmed that the 12th is gonna be,
Yeah.
that works out, for Dr. Wake, then we'll start on on the outreach piece of it.
And we were gonna start that at 6, right? Was that 6 PM we talked about last?
I think so.
Well, we
Yeah, I
can-
believe
We can
so.
change that, but I think that's what we were talking,
Yeah.
at 6.
When it says here, initial outreach and web design, we've only got one more meeting in
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, so that was, as I'm thinking about our date change.
Yes.
So do we wanna have them back next week, to get on the second schedule, or do we wanna just forego and do, what do we have, the 22nd?
Can they possibly send us the draft of the email?
Yeah.
That we can look at least?
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Might
if I
save a
get
little
stuff,
time and give you comments back,
yeah, if I get stuff, I can pass it along,
yeah.
so, okay.
So we'll combine those to the 22nd? Guess to say.
Yeah, if that's fine with
That's
everyone?
fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I
it's
can
fine.
make next week, but
Something like that would be
You
good to
say you
take a
can make
look
the-
at.
you can make the
digest, and then-
22nd.
Yeah.
no, I can make
Yeah.
next week.
Yeah, I mean, that's my plan, is that as I get information, I just
All right.
I'll take it and
Yeah.
pass it along to you all.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're gonna meet the 8th?
No, no, right now we're meeting the 22nd. He offered up to do the 8th and the 22nd, which would be 3 meetings this month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So we're going to
It's
do
just the
this
22nd.
22nd.
Do the 22nd.
All right, got it.
Are we motivated to do one more meeting on the 8th?
No, we'll combine them.
Combine them.
We'll combine the initial outreach.
Okay. I mean, they're doing the work on the website, right?
Yeah,
And they're doing the branding part, so it's really just us
letting us know.
let
Yeah.
us know and blessing what they're doing and
Sure.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, in the sense
forward,
that there
so
would need to be kind of a group
if they need
decision, you know,
some
yeah.
discussion
right,
on it or they
some
have different
discussion or
ideas they want to
feedback,
throw
yep.
out, that's fine.
And then we're gonna shoot for the 12th of November
Mhm.
for Dr. Wake.
Correct.
And who's volunteering for the prelude? Well, let's see, Paul's
Oh.
not here.
Yeah, I think it'd be excellent.
I'd like to, figure out, how we're gonna do that,
Yeah.
I'd like to know more about how we're gonna
Right,
present that and what kind of questions we field
And where.
Yeah,
Where, because
Yeah, I
you
mean,
have to
that's-
get in touch with whoever is maintaining the crafts fair. I know because we've done this before, and I'm not doing this. And so you've got to get in touch with either Carol for the school, and have had table, and all of
Right.
this. So, it's not like, oh, we'll do this.
How about right here for the lobster dinner? They do.
they do a lobster
That's a
dinner.
big, that's a big locals, a lot of locals go
I
there.
didn't know there was
Yeah.
a lobster dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Don't you read the Christmas prelude itinerary?
I look at that in the paper, but, I don't know.
We do a 5-alarm chili on Saturday,
Yeah.
second
I
Saturday.
might have to volunteer for these tables if I get a free kid.
Okay.
So that's potential there, I could chat with our fire department.
What's the purpose of that? The prelude?
Just to do some branding, to talk about the changing of the comp plan and
Publicity.
publicity,
okay.
Yeah.
just to get folks behind us to be thinking about it.
it's as much informational as,
Information.
it's another way to get, just information out to folks that we're working on an updated
It
comp
really
plan.
should be all geared towards, this is what a comp plan is, this is why we want an updated comp plan.
Right.
All that
Yeah.
kind of, it's,
Why we need it.
Yeah,
why we need a comp plan.
Yeah.
Will we have, this kind of information available to them?
Yeah, I think
Because this is
generic,
kind
for sure.
of, this is a lot easier for people to,
right,
if they
Yeah.
see this, they're gonna realize what they might be interested in coming
Right.
to.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Possible fire station.
Right down in front of the Christmas tree.
Yeah, yeah, there you go. We can put it on the flatbed along with the chorus.
All right, so we think possible times, for the prelude. I mean, I like the idea of being a part of something that's here, especially,
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's part of the dilemma is that you're trying to get to the local crowd. You're trying to get to the
Right.
voters, and the residents
Yeah.
here.
Right.
And so, my initial reaction to it was, oh dear God, I don't want to be down in the square trying to,
No,
I don't think it makes much sense.
Doesn't make any
to-
sense,
to-
to have-
They're not interested
Yeah.
in,
that's right.
And it's
yeah.
usually the second weekend they're there. The locals show up more on the second weekend.
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, so whatever we think is gonna work best, as far as for a location for that, and then, and I'll ask them to work on, a handout, a handout specific for that, like I said, this is what a comp plan is, here's
Right.
why we're doing this, here's our, here's our calendar,
Right.
what this is gonna look like. Hopefully at that, at that point, we'll have the website information,
Right.
so, yeah.
I think this table 3 bars would be pretty important to show people.
Mm-hmm.
Either blow it up on a board that can be part of the table, or put it in that whatever flyer you're gonna.
Yeah.
So there's 2 events that happen here, there's the, what are they again?
The lobster bake and the chili.
And those, okay, do those benefit the fire department?
Little chili. That benefits the town, actually.
Okay, all right,
That's what-
and that's over the course of a couple hours?
Yeah.
Yeah. What day is that usually?
10:30 to, second Saturday of the.
Second Saturday, and when does the lobster one happen?
I haven't gone to it, so I'm not sure.
Okay.
Probably the first Saturday, I would imagine.
I think so.
I mean, if there's enough, I mean, I'm willing to volunteer.
Okay.
Isn't there a
Yeah.
pancake breakfast too? in
I'm
there?
just wondering if it makes,
No, that's Memorial Day, we do that one.
I just wonder if it makes sense if there's other volunteers, if we
Yeah.
do two, you know,
Yeah, I'll talk.
2
with-
weeks, maybe.
I'll talk with the chief and with Tim, it's usually run by the village station.
Yeah.
And just make sure they're comfortable with us having a little table in the corner or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Before I commit them to it.
Yeah, right.
yeah, who are you guys?
Man
Oh,
the-
yeah.
Help man the kitchen.
I'm sure Tim's watching right now, so.
Yeah, okay. All right, so, see if we can find out some
Yep, I'll do
dates
that.
for that.
Yeah. Dr. Knott for May or June?
Yeah, I think we were leaning towards May on that one, weren't we?
Right.
I would lean toward May because
Because
we're
June is-
talking about
So SWAT in June.
SWAT, we've got a town meeting.
Right.
We've got a voting day, a town meeting,
Yeah.
and a SWAT in June.
Yep, so yeah, so,
So I'd go for
all
May.
right, so I'll convey that we're looking for May, for the groundwater discussion. SWAT for June, future planning, July or August, okay. I know it seems crazy to think of June 2020. Do we have any non-starter weekends that we're just aware of and,
Probably the 13th for town meeting.
okay, yep, that's a non-start right there, because we'll have town meeting,
Yeah.
so
I think it's the 13th.
that sounds about right,
Mm-hmm.
okay. Yep, okay. Okay, all right. So I think that's good. That gets us dates on some of the public outreach events up until then. So, okay.
Good.
So basically, I'm down below here, meeting number 1, which has already transpired. The to be determined, mid-October, that will now be the 22nd, right?
Right.
Correct.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
So the 21st is the third Thursday. I'm just thinking, should we have a backup in case the 12th doesn't work for some reason? I mean, that was given to us as
Yep.
the date, but
Right.
what should we have as a backup? We could do
You're talking November?
yeah,
The November.
November talk. The only reason I was throwing the 21st because it's the latest date in case we needed more time for
Mm-hmm.
getting stuff together. 14th is really, it's just 2 days later. It's not, doesn't provide real any benefit. So should we put that as a second option? Or
What about the 26th? That's our next meeting. Second and
That's
fourth.
right during Thanksgiving?
So-
Oh, Thanksgiving week, that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
That would be-
November
Oh, that's-
21st, so that's, say that's planning board,
Yeah,
because that's a Wednesday.
Thursday, right? 21st?
Which one do you?
14th isn't that selectmen's meeting?
You're,
14th
Second and
is
fourth.
Wednesday.
Oh, I'm looking at Thursday, the 14th.
Am I reading it
Oh,
right?
okay, 13th?
yours look different than mine. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, October. Okay,
Yeah,
there we go.
yeah, the name switched up top.
Yeah, that was weird. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn phones.
Yeah, so am I seeing that right? So the 14th is a Wednesday.
14th's a Thursday.
Thursday,
It's a Thursday?
November.
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'm looking at the wrong calendar then.
Yeah, 'cause the 12th is a Tuesday, so 14th would be Thursday, and then 21st would be a Thursday.
All right.
I'm thinking the 14th is the selectmen's meeting. Second and fourth,
Oh, it is a second. No,
Second.
14th is, yeah, second. So
Second.
so the 21st is still, would be
Yeah.
open, right?
Yeah, I think
There's no
so.
one in on that third Thursday.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know. Himself is looking at the
'Cause,
town
yeah.
website.
Because we'll be talking with them on the 22nd, so that gives that gives 2 weeks to kind of prepare for them and get the information out and broadcast that we're going to have this gentleman speaking on climate change. So
Okay.
if they think that's sufficient, then let's target the 12th.
The 12th, yeah.
I want to make sure we have a nice audience for that. I don't want 6
Be
people to
nice,
show
yeah.
up, you know?
Yeah?
Yep.
Scary.
All right, so 12th or 21st. Did I hear us correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Prefer the 12th.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
He said he'd speak for what, maybe an hour or so? Are we
2 hours,
planning
right.
on?
Yeah.
It'll be
Working
broadcasted,
on-
right?
Right.
It'll be broadcasted so people can watch it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm sure we'll have a Q&A session
yeah.
as part of that.
Are we planning on working after that? Or,
Holding our meeting after that? Probably not.
Yeah, I
okay.
think that would be the, I mean,
That'd be-
that would
Okay,
be the.
all right, I didn't know if we
Yeah.
were
No,
gonna
let's
try
do
to
6 to 7, and then we do a meeting.
be go-getters and get
Yeah, no.
stuff done after that.
Or the
Can I
12th.
knock off a few chapters?
Okay.
Okay, all right. So I'll check for conflicts on those dates. And then say we prefer the 12th, but 21st is an alternative. Get you all the link.
Yep.
Next meeting's gonna be the 22nd. I'm gonna ask them to go ahead and send all, if they've got any draft website info,
Yep.
send that ahead of time.
Yep.
As opposed to doing the meeting next week, we'll just, over the course of the next couple of weeks, just kind of look at what they've put together and you'll provide feedback for that.
Yep.
Her informational table for Prelude, we're gonna try to do here. We don't know the dates yet, but that's TBD. Dr. Knott, we wanna have in May. SWAT, we wanna have in June, except for the 13th, which we don't want because of town meeting. And that's kind of where we stopped with
Right.
timeline. Okay.
Works for me.
All right, I think I got it.
Good. Any other
Are they doing a
questions?
are they doing a separate, are they doing a separate domain? Are they gonna do like a subdomain from Kennebunk?
I think it's separate.
Separate? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, my thoughts are that we just, we'll provide a link coming off the town website, to it. I mean, we'll have our own calendar updated, but I just, have everything else run.
Yeah.
off
I don't think
that.
anybody wants to buy the Kennebunkport.
Yeah.
Comp plan domain.
And December 10th, which would be the second, there's just one item here anyway for baseline review, so we should be all right for that.
Okay, yep, for December,
Yeah,
yeah,
that would be our
December 10th.
12:10 meeting. Okay. So we don't know about Jan or Paul for the second, but
Right.
we've got a quorum here, so.
Yeah,
We do have,
Yes, yes.
we do have, 2 chapters to do in December too, though.
Yeah. It actually has a baseline review on task 4 listed as November.
We got historic and archaeological resource chapter and demographics.
yeah,
That won't take any.
yeah, I mean, those two are, are.
That's, we're not gonna change history. We
Right.
probably won't change archaeology. I guess
That's right.
the
yeah.
trust is still working on some, but I mean,
Yeah.
other than that, I don't think that.
And they could change their demographics by then.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, demographics are what they are,
They are what they
I mean, those are primarily just to in, inventory,
Right,
pieces there.
yeah.
Okay.
So, okay.
Housing and land use in January.
Well, I looked at that and I thought, ooh, that's a little aggressive, but then I looked at it and
How you
said,
think?
that, it
exist-
says existing
yeah,
land
yeah.
use, so,
Yeah.
so I think that makes sense, it's a chance to just, to talk about the existing land use chapter, and, go over some of the, I think,
You're waiting another year to do future land use, huh?
Well,
well,
it's
let's
not
face
a
it,
bad thing.
that's a hot button topic,
Might as well get it
that's-
out there up front and
Right.
have it be talked about.
Yeah, and I think it's an
important.
opportunity for us to talk about, all right, so what have we experienced,
Yeah.
in the past 10 years over land use,
Right.
what's worked, what hasn't,
Exactly.
I have growth permits would be a good piece of info to give them as far as the
Yeah.
history of that,
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, that's the irony of it is that, with how the growth map got divvied up, hasn't really worked in the way that we thought it would,
No.
or had hoped that it would.
Right.
I mean, the reality of it is that the development pressure as far as numbers is really still in the rural area,
There you go.
and it's because of the affordability of land,
Yep.
as opposed to the growth, the growth area. So, I would expect those types of things are what we would talk about, as far as a chance to kind of go over what was in the chapter and all right, what worked, what didn't, and what do we think the next
Yeah.
10 years should look like.
And you'll still get calls. What's my neighbor doing?
Oh, yes. Yeah, well, you're never gonna stop that, that's for sure.
No,
There's always that level of curiosity.
that's, we're in his visitation hours.
Yeah. Why don't you go over and ask them?
Any other discussion on the schedule?
Oh, looks good.
Yeah.
All right. Other business? Do you have any other business to discuss?
No.
Any other business, Jim?
Not me.
Mike? Jim?
Oh, good.
Barbara?
Nope.
All right. Scheduled our next meeting, that's done, October 22nd.
Yeah.
And we will target moving our meetings to the second and fourth Tuesdays of the month
Yep.
going forward, so. Paul, if you're watching,
Jan?
and Jan,
Okay.
just FYI.
Okay.
Okay.
Make
Anything
a
else?
motion.
Make a motion?
To adjourn.
Oh, you
I'll second. That's
stole
okay.
his
That's all right.
thunder.
It's okay.
Just because
Just
he
with your
missed
good
one.
Hey, you
missed
missed
one
one
meeting.
meeting,
I
you
missed
get
a
thrown
meeting.
on the bus. All right, any discussion on the adjourning? All in favor?
Don't
We're adjourned.